Hey, what's happening? It's your boy DJ Piracy. We are in the Meth Lab checking out Big Bill Bell's release, Wait, by World Records. There go the spine. Track list. Let's check this bad boy out.
Pushing that weight,
Hello?
weight.
Who got some?
Alright, got the head bob out of me.
That weight.
Man.
Pushing that weight,
I think,
that weight.
Oh, hey, what do you know? This was mastered by Bernie Grunman.
Yeah, I think.
If you're
I
not
think
familiar
we
with
got
his name, he's actually mastered
looking for?
quite a lot of hip-hop audio
Yeah.
that you may have already
ain't no
heard
problem.
and be familiar with if it's not already some of your
Give
favorite
me a few
music.
minutes, man. I'm gonna
Bernie
get him up.
Grunman is a mastering engineer based out of Hollywood, California.
Yeah.
And back in the day, it was especially important for you to have your music mastered if you wanted it to play correctly in a variety of different audio setups that users who purchase your material may actually have. Today, it seems that is not as important to a lot of artists as they are eager to upload it to Facebook or YouTube and for free without there being much consideration really going into the whole audio process, and your mileage may vary on how it sounds on your audio setup as a result. See, that's something that a lot of artists don't really take into consideration these days, is when they get their music mastered for reproduction, for it to be mastered in a certain way that is going to sound about the same on different types of speakers and audio setups that users might have. So this is Wait, the Sticky Green mix, released in 1998 on Big Bill Bell's World Records release. The artist is being sampled. Yeah, all I need is about an Odo too. Okay, so I'm hearing a sample through here, but it sounds like this artist is being sampled. It's not being scratched in, so I know they didn't have a vinyl record that they were scratching in with an actual DJ, but there was a record before this one that we're listening to that was recorded and played back for what we're hearing right now. According to this track list here, there's supposed to be another version of Wait. That's the Bessemer, Brighton, and Birmingham mix, released in 1998. However, it's completely missing from this. What gives? I'm guessing they came up with this track list here before they finalized what was being presented to the manufacturer, and they didn't decide to contact the artist first to amend the track list before they sent it for production. That happens sometimes, but we're missing a song that now we know exists. Now this next track is Wishing. Well, released in 1997, though it's on this tape, apparently published in 1998. But we do still have the Sticky Green mix, which is pretty nice for what it is and the time that it was released in. Unfortunately, if we want the other mix that's on here, the Bessemer, Brighton, and Birmingham mix, I guess we'll just have to imagine it in our heads, or perhaps there's another release that actually has it. It's even printed on the cassette shell on both sides. And the same program does repeat on both sides. It's just the first two tracks. The third one is completely absent. So overall, this is a pretty decent record from 1998. It sounds like some early type of Gucci Mane type of stuff, which turned out to be rather popular with a lot of different demographics. The record itself doesn't really offer anything unique or inspirational to its potential audience. However, it's got a very nice and solid beat going to it, and the type of, we'll say, country twang that's used in the actual lyricism is somewhat endearing and welcomes the listener in. So if you like that southern kind of drawl, you may like this record, Wait by Big Bill Bell, as well. Okay, well that makes sense. This song was recorded in 97. And that's the song that's being sampled into the previous track, Wait. So Wishing, or Wishing Well, whatever you may want to call it, is what is being sampled into the chorus. However, with only 2 tracks on this release, it's kind of hard to recommend this as something that you should really seek out, but it is a pretty good song, and Alabama rap is already somewhat scarce as it is, as cassettes were not produced in high numbers for a lot of things, especially in 1998. You know, the lyrics are somewhat mediocre, but the delivery over the beat that is presented is actually somewhat endearing. And I kind of enjoy listening to this kind of thing, especially in a retro or vintage kind of mind frame. I can't imagine that this song would have gotten very far, especially since so far I have no idea of an actual vinyl release existing, so that means that very few DJs would have had access to the record, or have had a means to play it if they did, but it's still an enjoyable track. We should also bear in mind that there are a multitude of releases that have yet to be cataloged by anybody, and it's very well possible that there is a vinyl and or CD version of this particular release that's available. However, I don't know about it, and I can't find any information about it right now, so as far as I know, as of this recording, this is the only way to hear this particular record.